Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Halflings. Today, we are so excited to have you again, still here to give you the update of what is happening in Peter B movement and what the advice is right now for those who are ardent, obedient. Don't forget that the PDP and APC seems to be relaxed and watching what is happening in Peter Obi's movement. It's something that most of them have talked about, but yet they cannot concretely come up with something visible against the movement. But Aisha Yusufu, who is a social activist and currently supporting Peter Obi, had spoken about some stuff, which she wants those who are ardent followers of Peter Obi to take note of so that they won't be distracted even as they continue to push for the success of Peter Obi being installed as the president of Nigeria. And also in faraway place, Sokoto State, there's an update about the development thus far. You know, that one of the things that most people have observed fairly recently is the fact that the south is saying so much and the expectation is high, but the northern part of the country seems to be showing more results. I'm not trying to compare both of them, I'm not trying to compare the south and the northern supporters, but it seems as if the northerners seems to take up this Peter Obi stuff more highly than the southern part of the country. Some few days ago, we saw what happened in Nasarawa State about a huge mammoth. We're walking down the street of Lafayette to tell Nigerians it is this man that we want, and desensitization is getting tough. Now it's also happening in Sokoto State precisely. The Obidati movement is making more advances in the northern part more than in the southern part, though that is not just a way of comparing it. As we're speaking right now, the LP, that's Peter Obi, is gaining so much acceptance in Sokoto State, and the whole thing is rolling on very well. And we must be very sincere to ourselves. These guys are not just walking alone. Talking about, you can see the pictures. They are not just walking alone. That's the youths are not walking alone. It's both the youths and the elders, as you can see in the picture. And one of the tactics that they have decided to employ is to employ is door-to-door outreaches and town hall meetings. The obedient mantra is currently causing a stay in Sokoto State. The beauty of the Sokoto State gathering is that they are pushing, whether you are an adult or you are a youth, they are fully involved. And I feel that very soon they are going to send out signal as per maybe possibly a solidarity march to prove that they are serious with what they are doing. But right now, we want to look at some kind of reactions that we have been seeing on the social media, especially on Twitter, about some kind of plan, about deflecting this success that we are already seeing. And the people talking are only trying to point at something that everyone must be careful with. Now, there's this particular person who talked about the issue of PDP and APC working tirelessly to deflect the success that have been gathered thus far. And she said here, dear Obedient, I want to bring to your notice that the PDP and APC are working very hard, but silently they have been recruiting influential people, especially from obedient movement, as in the case of Josiah in Delta State. Josiah happened to be one out of thousand. Don't forget that Josiah was the guy who was given an appointment by Delta State governor, who declined it openly because of his love for Peter Obi. And she went further to say he has been the only one to have rejected their offer. September might shock some of us. Don't be surprised when you see some obedient campaigning for other candidates. Some of your group coordinators are already dormant. Of course, you know what I am talking about. Nonetheless, 2023 will be for Nigeria. We shall overcome. That is what she had to tell Obedient, especially the ardent one, that these guys have secretly infiltrated the Obedient group, and what we will be seeing when the campaign starts fully may likely shock everybody. But we know that God is by our side, and it won't shock us because the preparation in other by Obedient is on top gear to ensure that this guy successfully, talking about Peter Obi, successfully, get in there. And I would want to say that PDP and APC, they are free, to waste their money, because what is currently happening is not a product of just Peter Obi alone. It is Nigerians ruling through Peter Obi and Nigerians want to enter Aso Rock. That's the truth. Where it's not something that they say is a movement that is strengthened by Peter Obi. Peter Obi is only, for me, I would say that Peter Obi is only a symbol of the movement. But the people are the candidate themselves, and this mass movement cannot be frustrated. I don't think anybody has the capacity to frustrate it. So for me, their effort will only come to naught. That's what I believe. Their effort will come to naught. At the end of the day, what Nigerians will see will be quite shocking. And I have another info to tell you about what the expectation that is coming from other countries of the world, especially African countries. I stumbled on a particular lady in Ghana, who talked about what they are expecting from Nigeria and what they want to see. Now, this lady says something here. I'm going to read exactly what she said. And according to her, she said that you are right. Somebody was talking. She said, you are right. Her name is Mensa Angya. She said, you are right. Same here in Ghana. For the first time, most African youths are closely following this upcoming Nigerian election just because of the competent man, Mr. Peter Obi. He knows much about global and modern leadership with correct fact and figure. If Nigeria get it right, especially in production and security, it will benefit we Africans because they are our China and Japan. That was what that particular Ghanaian had to say. And, a lot of people have responded to it. Another guy here says, guys, if you look so closely, you will discover that not only Nigerians are obedient to, even some of us who are not Nigerians are very obedient. So hoping God also send us our own Peter Obi in Cameroon, the old man who has been there for only God knows how long, still does not want to leave, and no one is doing anything about it. We really need our own Peter Obi to rescue us from the hands of the old men who have taken our country hostage. And this guy talking is Zume Bonaventure. And someone reacting to him said, that Zoom and Bonaventure, it is a tsunami. When it finally hits Nigeria, Africa as a whole will brace ourselves up to the fact that it is doable. Wait for it. Don't rush. Just anticipate it in high spirit. You hear what people are saying outside the shore of Nigeria. And I feel that Nigeria is already positioned to change the narrative. Someone says, a particular young lady says something that I feel I should share with you. She said that it's like Africa is in a penalty shootout against forces of corruption, bad governance, poverty, and insecurity. And Peter Obi's goal as the last shooter will seal the fate of the continent for good or bad. I just hope Nigerians are able to make the right bets. Africa is watching. I mean, this is a pointer to the fact that people from afar and near are waiting to see the decision that Nigeria will take. 200 million people, we must not make the mistake that will crumble the entirety of Africa. Don't forget that Nigeria is not just a country that are surviving on their own. So many other countries are depending on us. We are like the forerunners. We are always in front. Other people are following us. And if we don't make a good decision right now, what we may see in the future may not be interesting. And that will be, it will take us another almost maybe a century or maybe another 10 years, a decade before we will get out of it. We are hopeful that everyone will take the right decision and we will bring in Peter Obi at the end of the day. That's where I like to leave it. Go to your comment section. Let's interact. What's your position on all of this?